Hey, welcome back to Kuma Style Reviews. What we're taking a look at is Spark Toys ST01 Alpha Pack. This is an homage to the War Within version of Optimus Prime, and I've got to say it looks pretty great. This is Masterpiece scaled, and as you can see, aesthetically, packaging-wise, it's just a well-presented figure. Now, giving you guys a roundabout here. Just looking at the front, the back, all that good stuff. You can see with the weapon store. Alright, there you have it. He measures to about 8 1/4 inches tall. Again, 8 1/4. Just getting some comparisons with some other Masterpiece figures. It's Make Toys Iron Will, Wrestle, Gundog, of course, Hardhead, Grapple, Hound. So I don't really collect a lot of MP figures, so there you go. There's something. I'm just taking a look at Alpha Pack himself, top to bottom. And again, the back view. Now just taking a look at the weapon storage here and taking those guys off. They simply peg in. I believe they're about 5 millimeters there. The peg holes. The axe unfolds. You can see there, it comes down to a full axe. We'll take a look at that later. The gun, of course, just unpegs. That red piece in the back, that's actually to attach the alt mode. You can flip that up and down. Taking a look at the posability here, and this is where it gets really weak. As sturdy of a figure as it is, it's not too great in terms of posability. Now, you can see the head's on the ball joint there. The shoulder, it does have a lot of rotation, but to bring it out, you kind of have to dislodge it there. Not really the prettiest thing in the world. Alright, and it does have full bicep swivel, but that, yeah, thumbs down on that 45 degrees of, actually that's 90 degrees there of elbow bend. Just really limited. Alright, it's got 3 in 1 in terms of its finger posability. The thumb is set. That index finger there does have, I believe, 4 points of articulation, so it's a little extravagant, but it's there. Wrist swivel as well. But you guys will see when I start putting it in poses where that elbow bend especially just, yeah. The skirts do move to make room for the thighs to kick in and out, but they don't kick very far, either front or back. Back, it barely goes back, so definitely limited. And you can see the thigh armor there keeps it from moving out to the side really. Not such 90-degree bend at the knee. Great ankle tilt there though. That's fantastic, but unfortunately the other aspects of this figure really keep that ankle tilt from coming into play. So just going for a running pose here, you can see that wide chest especially without the double elbow joint there. We're looking G1-ish right now, and that's not a good thing. No offense to G1 collectors, but 2016 toys, not so cool. Really no nostalgia factor there. So, taking a look, we've got a bit of a running pose there, and yeah, I did my best. Alright. Now we're just taking a look at the weapons, and this is another area where, again, it's pretty weak. I don't know what happened behind the engineering here, but I don't know. Alright, so you can see where the hand opens, there's a peg slit there, and joining pegs on each of the weapons, both the gun and the axe, and it pegs right in. So when you got it straight there, it's pretty perfect, okay? It can grip it, it seems to hold pretty stable, but once you give the least bit of rock or friction to the figure, that's where it becomes loose, and the handle's not long enough for you to get under and readjust it. So you basically kind of have to reopen the hand and this and that, and see, even moving it around with those click joints and stuff, yeah, it knocked it right out and now it's back loose. So since the handle doesn't go underneath the hand, we've got to get in there or try to, you know, sideways tilt it back into that peg, and these handles are pretty thin, so you don't want to risk breaking it. Yeah, just the weapons are not fun. And it sucks because they look great. They're well-designed weapons, just not very well engineered in terms of being usable for the figure. Now we're going to go for the axe. Alright, and an even smaller handle on the axe there. I have no idea what went into this, and it's really weird because from what I could see visually, longer handles really wouldn't have affected a thing, especially on the axe, which doesn't store in alt mode, which is going to be another low point that we discuss in a moment, but yeah. And you know, for the lack of posability, I will say that the joints are very strong and things like that. It's a sturdy figure. It's made to last, most definitely. And those wheels, they're rubber, big and thick. It's just a good looking sturdy figure, but not really playable at all, you know? I mean, look at this. And I'm a poser. I love just playing around and posing figures. One thing that is really nice about this figure, it does come with a removable matrix, which stores right there in the chest. Gonna need fingernails for this one, guys, so chewers beware. Stores closed pretty tight. Now, the reason I'm not taking the matrix out is because it's a very, I want to say thin, flimsy plastic. Even when I was taking that out of the plastic wrapping that it was in, one of the handles bent like 90 degrees upwards towards me. Luckily, it didn't break, but it's a very gummy, just soft plastic, so I don't want to mess with it, and I don't advise anybody trying to do too much with it. Even be careful taking it out of the package, because like I said, I'm surprised mine did not snap. But it's a cool feature. Okay, and I believe we're getting this guy transformed now. This is a really simple transformation. I don't own any titanium toys, but I was told that this actually borrows a lot from the titanium transformation. So, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This works really well, and I do enjoy the alt mode. And the fingers, they really do have to be closed tight for it to fit inside the forearm right there. Okay. Legs just pegged together. Really simple transformation here. And that's why I didn't mind doing it on video. It really doesn't take long at all. But see these two buttons? The top of the calf there? Push those in and that's what lets it. Let the thigh slide in. And again, they're underneath those two flaps on the back. Remember those because we're going to use those in a minute. Now the chest pulls up and the head kind of automatically slides into the chest, which is nice. Alright, you got to rotate the top of the chest there. And those two flaps peg right into those two holes there. And things lock in nice and tight on the alt mode. It's a very secure feeling alt. Backpack just unfolds, pretty simple. And there are two pegs underneath there, if you can see them, right behind the wheel. Just get those in. And there are two more pegs up there on that unfolded backpack. Go right into the knees there. Two slits, you can't miss them. Right, and again, everything pegs in nice and tight, so very nice. And we are about done, actually. Right. And now we're dislodging those shoulder joints, like we saw before during the posability section. Turn the biceps around, bending them at that full 90 degrees of articulation that they have. And the shoulder pads, they just rotate right on the shoulders there. Pretty easy. Now the forearms, you're going to have to flip those. There's a peg, those weapon storage pegs, so that's what they peg into. Boom, boom. And the feet, kind of like every Optimus toy ever, it feels like, just kind of fold into each other. All right. And we are almost done here. Those flaps, they just unfold a little bit more. They make side covers. Now the axe doesn't store, but the gun does, and that little red piece flips out. Kind of wish it wasn't clear plastic because I've just heard about those things being brittle, breaking, things like that, but it seems pretty solid, and it pegs in tight. There we go, there's the alt mode. And there's the axe just sitting over there all alone. I'm giving you guys a roundabout for this guy. Looks good. I love the paint job on this thing. It's all of that. Rubber wheels. It's a really nice looking figure, and I love the alt mode. But it's just that robot mode that brings it down. Okay. Just giving you guys another look at the alt mode here. Showing again where the gun pegs in and out. The axe doesn't have anything. Yeah, unfortunate. Right. The back wheels roll pretty freely. The front ones do have some problems there, though. Mine, they're just so big that they tend to hit the rim while they're rolling around. Okay. And there's the bottom again. There you have the alt mode. Alright, and again, this has been Spark Toys STO1 Alpha Pack, their homage to War Within, Optimus Prime, and, you know, if I had to give this a rating, it'd be about a 6 out of 10. It looks amazing, it's well-built, sturdy, but just not a really playable or fun toy, and even for somebody like me who just plays around with them to photograph, there's just not a lot I can do with it. So I'd recommend to display, but not to play. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. It's right there, and see you next review.